Muslim vote becomes a journalistic cliche in each election, it's often for a good reason. In Bihar, 17% of Muslim voters play an important role in influencing electoral outcomes. And so many of the critical questions in these elections focus on the Muslim vote. Will Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's decision to break his alliance with the BJP and his work amongst the Muslims, especially the backward Muslims, give him electoral dividends? Or will the Muslim vote in the face of a Narendra Modi-led BJP consolidate around Lalu Prasad Yadav and his alliance with the Congress? These are some of the critical themes that we'll be exploring as we travel across the Mithila region of northern Bihar, which has amongst the highest density of Muslim voters. A journey that once took a back-breaking 8 hours now takes just 3.5 hours from Patna to Darbhanga. In 2010, it was this kind of transformation that gave Nitish Kumar the clear lead in the assembly elections. Now, for the Lok Sabha elections, Bihar's political rhetoric returns more firmly to its most embedded theme, identity politics. 10 seats in North Bihar have about 20% or more Muslim voters. One such battleground is Darbhanga. A Maithili Brahmin royal family once ruled Raj Darbhanga. This Darbar hall in the royal palace once resounded with the sounds of the Amte Gharana of Drupad, with the strains of Bismillah Khan's Shehnai and Gohar Jan's singing. That's a history crushed by decades of neglect. Today, Darbhanga is one of 250 most backward districts in the country and one of Bihar's 38 most backward districts. The political contest here is triangular, with each candidate aware of the power of the 22% Muslim vote. Kirti Azad, the BJP candidate, is a sitting MP, fighting both his political rivals and strong anti-incumbency. At his newly acquired house, we find him in an early morning meeting with workers from Ram Vilas Paswan's Lok Janshakti party.
Were the alliance partners in '99 when I contested my first election from here. So I suppose all of us are back together after 14 years. कुंभ के मेले में जैसे बच्चा लोग खो जाते थे, वैसे हम लोग खो गए थे, पुनः मिल गए हैं.
बिल्कुल साफ है, जीतेंगे हम दरभंगा की सीट, इस पर किसी को नहीं डालना. यहाँ दरभंगा लोकसभा क्षेत्र से.
The Muslim vote has never been with the BJP in any significant sense, so the main thrust is to consolidate other Hindu caste votes. The BJP-LJP alliance secures a fairly committed Paswan vote for Kirti Azad. Paswans form 9% of the population.
Kirti Azad Jindabad!
His own Maithili Brahmin pedigree also helps in a constituency where 17% of the voters are Brahmins. The challenge is to make inroads into the dominant Yadav vote bank, a significant 15% traditionally loyal to Lalu Prasad Yadav.
Narendra Modi is in every house here. You speak to anyone and they all know what Narendra Modi is. Many of the people are working in Gujarat from this very village, and we are in a Khati Yadav Tola, which is called a hamlet. And you'll find that these people are there, they're very happy, they want the kind of development that has taken place in Gujarat. Well, earlier I used to feel absolutely frustrated, and because we were in the alliance, I couldn't really speak up against all the atrocities that are happening here. But I'm very happy that once the Honorable Chief Minister had visited Darbhanga and I had raised some issues regarding the problems that the people face here, and obviously I had a little face-off with them.
The acrimony between the BJP and JDU, a striking recurring motif, now becoming polarized on grounds of identity. In Darbhanga, though, the BJP's real challenge comes from the prominent RJD Muslim leader Muhammad Ali Ashraf Fatmi.
लालटेन के लालू जी के वोट दिया, इलेक्शन होने दो, नवटोल का कोई नौजवान आ जाएगा मेरे पास, हम पूरा कार्रवाई करेंगे.
A four-time MP, HRD Minister of State in 2004, a current MLA from Darbhanga district, Fatmi was defeated by Kirti Azad in the last elections. This time Fatmi says a return to the RJD's traditional winning caste equation of Mai, Muslims and Yadavs, will lead him to easy victory.
मुसलमान सोच करके विचलित होता है कि ये गुजरात मॉडल का क्या मतलब है. नफरत, खून खराबा, और ये सब कहीं ना कहीं बर्बादी की तरफ ले जाता है। आज बीजेपी का समझौता है किसी पार्टी से बिहार के अंदर, तो इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट कि मुसलमान उस पार्टी में चला जाए।
Sanjay Jha, the JDU candidate, was earlier with the BJP. He is counting on Nitish Kumar's work on the ground.
We are going to the Musar community and I'm going asking them to vote for us.
These are areas where the entrenched poverty and backwardness of North Bihar continues to overwhelm. A woman details the neglect they live in. When asked who she would vote for though, she says Nitish Kumar.
ये हम लोग सपना भी देखते सर, इसको सपने में भी नहीं देखते, कोई सड़क नहीं।
For this Mahabasti, this one road has changed their life. It's part of Nitish Kumar's thrust to work for both Hindu and Muslim extremely backward and Mahadalit castes, who were counted as his vote base in the last elections. The Rasiari Bridge is another shining example of groundwork.
लोगों ने बताया कि यहाँ इस गांव में बड़े-बड़े अफसर हुए, रोड सेक्रेटरी भी इस गांव में हुए, लेकिन फॉर वट एवर रीजन ये पुल नहीं बन पाया था। कैसे लोग इस नदी में जाते होंगे नाव पे बैठकर, और सालों साल यही स्थिति थी उनकी। आज पुल बनने से पूरा लाइफलाइन चेंज हो गया इस पूरा बेल्ट का। यू विल सी दैट्स अ ह्यूज सपोर्ट फॉर अस इन मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी, इवन हैविंग अ मुस्लिम कैंडिडेट फ्रॉम RJD and not having Muslim candidate from JDU, I am getting more vote than him in Muslim community.
Despite such voices of support for Nitish's work, why then is there a perception that even in constituencies like this one, the battle is seen as one between the BJP and Lalu Prasad Yadav? We explore further. We're at the Millat College in Darbhanga. It's a co-education institution, but majority of the students here are women. Many of them are first-time voters and undoubtedly politics dominate the conversation.
हम लोग को मतलब रोजगार की कोई संभावना नहीं है, तो हम लोग चाहते हैं कि सरकार हम लोग को कुछ है ना आगे बढ़ाए और कुछ हमें फैसिलिटी दे।
हम चाहते नहीं हैं कि हमारे लिए मोदी सरकार बने, क्योंकि वो सेकुलर नहीं है। गुजरात दंगा हमें याद है, इसलिए हम नहीं चाहते कि उनकी सरकार बने।
College principal Mushtaq Ahmed says he admires Nitish Kumar.
नीतीश कुमार के पास ये मुद्दा है कि वो विकास के नाम पर वोट मांग रहे हैं। मिसाल के तौर पर जिस कॉलेज में आप बैठी हुई हैं, ये 1957 का कॉलेज है और 1957 से लेकर के 2009 तक इसके पास मात्र 7 कमरे थे, लेकिन 2009 के बाद 2010 से इसको पैसा मिलना शुरू हुआ है और इस 4 सालों में बिहार सरकार के पैसे से 21 कमरे बनाए गए हैं।
Ahmed says Muslims are in a quandary. Development ought to be central to their political choice, but Muslims are also looking for someone to challenge Modi at the centre. Lalu's alliance with the Congress gives him the edge. Next door we meet Aziz Salfi, who heads the prominent Salfiya Madrasa. Established in 1918, it follows the orthodox Ahle Hadith school of Islam. He voices a theme that resonates within the Muslim community here.
हमारे लिए सबसे अहम मुद्दा जो है वो अमन है, और ये दहशतगर्दी जो है ये मुसलमानों की दहशतगर्दी नहीं है, ये इंटरनेशनल साजिश है। इंडियन मुजाहिदीन जो कायम हुई इसको हम लोग जानते तक नहीं थे दूर दूर तक।
Salfi is referring to the arrest of several Muslim youth for alleged terror activities. He says that while the RJD and JDU are both seen as secular parties, in a polarized election like this, Lalu will be seen as having the greater emotional connect with Muslims on issues of community identity.
भी अच्छी पहचान रखते हैं और ये बड़ी कंक्रीट बात वो बोलते हैं, ये बात कि हमने कभी कम्युनिज्म से कंप्रोमाइज़ नहीं किया, ये भी एक फैक्ट है।
These politics play out in greater force as we make our way to the neighbouring Lok Sabha constituency of Madhubani. Madhubani has 23% Muslim voters and one of the most sensitive Muslim-dominated villages in this region, Bar Samela. Intelligence agencies say there is solid evidence against men like Fasi Muhammad and Qatil Siddiqui, who grew up here and are now implicated as being part of the Darbhanga module of the Indian Mujahideen. Qatil was killed 2 years ago inside Yerwada jail in Pune.
बच्चे को खेत पथार बेच करके पढ़ाया, पढ़ा करके जब कमाने वाला हुआ हम लोग को तो छीन ली।
This issue is a potential flashpoint for communal tensions in this region. and it's been part of the political rhetoric here. But unlike in Azamgarh, political parties have so far shown restraint in drawing political mileage. Instead, Muslim politics here centre much more on caste considerations, especially as both the RJD and the JDU have fielded Muslim candidates. Abdul Bari Siddiqui is the established strong contender for the RJD, currently an MLA and a two-time MP from here. He lost to the BJP last time. A key vote bank here are the Ansaris, the weaver community.
2 रोज में कपड़ा पुरता है 13 मीटर, 50 रुपया रोज पड़ता है 2 आदमी में। हम लोग क्या करेंगे? हम लोग भूखमक के पास रहते हैं।
Just a few aged weavers now left who toil away each day, not earning more than 50 rupees. But even a quarter century after the cotton industry was finished here in Madhubani, if there's one voice that emerges on the ground, it is amongst these weavers who say they want a revival of their spinning wheels and of their looms. That's the promise Abdul Bari Siddiqui is making to these weavers.
इस उद्योग को रिवाइव करने से और इसको प्रॉपर मार्केट मुहैया कराने से इनका रिवाइवल हो जाएगा और इनकी आर्थिक स्थिति सुधरेगी। नीतीश जी का काम की जो चर्चा गांव में हो रही है वो मीडिया में नहीं हो रही है। नीतीश जी ने तरक्की किया शराब की दुकान खुलवाने में, गांव-गांव उन्होंने शराब की दुकान खुलवा दी। इससे हिंदू मुसलमान के जो युवा हैं वो बर्बाद हो गए।
Ghulam Ghaus left the RJD only last month to join Nitish Kumar, now the JDU candidate from Madhubani.
हमारा सीधा टक्कर भारतीय जनता पार्टी से, हुकुमदेव यादव से, ये तो कहीं है ही नहीं। और रही बात मुस्लिम वोट्स की, तो मुस्लिम जानते हैं कि कौन बेहतर मुस्लिम, चाहे वो उर्दू टीचर की बहाली का मामला हो, चाहे दहशतगर्दी के खिलाफ आवाज़ बुलंद करने का मामला हो, ये सारे मामलात हमने उठाए।
Ghaus's wife comes from this region and he's banking on the Pasmanda or backward Muslim vote, as he himself belongs to one, the Rain Biradri.
एक बहुत बड़े मुस्लिम समाज के मेजर सेक्शन को लालू जी ने नेगलेक्ट करने का काम। निश्चित रूप से उनकी भावना है, हम लोग जब दूसरों को वोट देते हैं तो हम लोग को भी लोग वोट दें। हम लोग तो सभी मुस्लिम हैं, लेकिन अब जो समाजी बनावट है उसके हिसाब से सभी तबकों की नुमाइंदगी नीतीश कुमार ने दी। ये कौन सी बुरी बात है?
Pasmanda politics, though, has its fierce critics and has sparked off a heated debate within the Muslim community. For one, many upper caste Muslims and Muslim intellectuals are simply uncomfortable with the discourse of caste in Islam. Politically on the ground, many see this as divisive for a minority vote bank, where the advantage is often gained by the BJP.
मुसलमानों में राजनीतिक दृष्टि से ये फॉरवर्ड बैकवर्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट आया, धार्मिक दृष्टि से, सामाजिक दृष्टि से कभी ये कॉन्सेप्ट नहीं रहा है।
हम अकलियत के अंदर पसमानदा कहते हैं तो कतई अकलियत को मुसलमानों को बांटने की बात नहीं, हम इसलिए करते हैं कि वो हमारा फोकस एरिया है, वो ज्यादा कमजोर है।
The debate apart, analysts say one reason Nitish Kumar's Pasmanda politics, his attempts to mandalize the Muslim vote as it's being called, could fail this time is that Muslims, both backward and upper castes, will unite against the strongest candidate to oppose the BJP. And in many constituencies, that edge seems to belong to the RJD. With candidates like the notorious Taslimuddin, who is contesting from Araria, where Muslims are 41% of the population.
The issue is Narendra Modi. Muslims think that. It's not my personal view. I'm just saying Muslim reaction. They think that Lalu is well equipped, better equipped than Nitish to fight this. I think this is general feeling of Muslims. Not that they are everybody is voting for Lalu Yadav this time, as in 1995 or even some you can say 2000. But still, this time, because of Modi phenomena, by default or by something you can say, they are getting a large number of votes. Lalu Yadav may manage to get much more votes than 2010.